Hello again. This is OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio, returning with the Greencube Terminal update. Within a day or two, I'm going to release a new version of Greencube Terminal, version 1.0084, and there are a lot of updates and things that have been improved and fixed and whatnot. And one of the things that have had quite a bit of a change is the CallingMe window. The CallingMe window has been there for many versions. Basically, what it does is that it keeps a list of stations that have called you, and each station will be removed from the list when you lock that station, when you lock the contact with that station. There's nothing new in that. That's the way it has been working all the time. The new thing is that I added 3 new columns, S73, R73, and locked. And I'm going to show you here on a recorded pass of Greencube how that works and why they are there and how they will help you. The CallingMe list is, it's for everybody to use, but it's especially a benefit if you are roving, you have many callers, you're a new station, you're in a rare DXCC, etc. If you don't have a CallingMe list, it gets a bit stressful to watch the traffic window and keep track of who called you, who have you responded to, which station sent you a 7.3, who have you sent 7.3s to, which station has been locked already, etc. So it's I honestly can't even believe how rovers and stuff makes this work without terminal. It's a hard job keeping track of that when you have maybe 50 or 60 stations calling you in a pass. I wouldn't want to do it, but yeah, some does, and that's great. So back to the CallingMe list. As I said, this is a recording from earlier today from a Greencube pass, and I have 2 call signs. I have OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio, and I also have 5 Papa 7 Romeo, which I use for different things. But in this case, I'm using it for working myself on Greencube in order to show you how this new feature in CallingMe works. So I have previously sent out a CQ in this pass. And we are simulating that that OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio has seen this CQ, and he is now about to reply back. You will see that in a few seconds. He is, we have some telemetry frames also on this pass, but yeah. Anyway, he will answer in a few seconds.
Message to me from Oscar Zulu 9 Alpha Alpha Romeo.
So this was OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio that replied to my CQ. He's in J045, and you see the CallingMe list is as expected. It looks the same as it has always done. You have the call sign, you have the grid elevation, and time to LOS at that station. And for the quick and smart viewers, you will see that why is the LOS time different from OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio and 5 Papa 7 Radio? We are both in J045. The difference is that my local information here is 6-digit grid J045 Tango Sugar. That's the reason for the small difference in LOS time here. The J045, which was sent by OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio, is only 4-digit, and the calculation for LOS and elevation is done right in the center of J045, whereas 5 Papa 7 Radio is at J045 Tango Sugar. So that's the reason for the small deviation you see in the LOS time. As I said, the calling me list looks the same as it always have done. There's nothing special about that. I'll start the recording again, and the next thing is that I'm double clicking this line and sending a R73 to OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio. And that message got degapeated right away. So I know that my response to OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio was degapeated. And because of that, you see a check mark in the column S73. S73 simply means that I have seen my transmitted 7.3 message come out. So there's a good chance that OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio also saw it, at least if he is receiving the satellite. And this is, I mean, the only thing new here is that you see the check mark in this column. Now, OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio will, he saw my R73 and he will reply back with a Roger 732 also, just in a few seconds.
Message to me from Oscar Zulu 9 Alpha Alpha Romeo.
And you see that when that message was received, there came a check mark in the R73 column. So now I know that I have sent out a 7.3 and I have also received a 7.3 from OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio. And this is all nice. I can select line, right click, and lock the call sign, and that's it. That's just like previous versions. You have a contact and you log it, and the call sign is removed from the calling me list. It is not deleted. It is only hidden from the calling me list. And there is a setting in Terminal which is I'm not sure that many people are familiar with it. It is a setting that I made it because there were some people who wanted it and some who didn't want it. That specific way of functioning in the calling me list. So I added a setting. I think most have this setting disabled, and a few have it enabled. The way it works. By the way, I would recommend not to enable it. That's at least how I like it personally, but yeah, it's up to you. The way it works, if it is enabled, that is, if you have a check mark in this setting right here, then no matter what the station you just logged from the calling me list, no matter what that station sends to you, he will not be shown again in the calling me list if you already logged him. Okay, that is if you have checked it. If you do not check it, if not enabled, the call sign will be inserted into the calling me list again if message does not contain 7.3 message. So let's say that the station you just logged, something went wrong in his end and he's again sending you his grid. Then he will be shown in the calling me list again. And I can, easiest is to demonstrate again by letting this one by letting the recording run. So remember, the setting is not enabled, which is, by the way, also the default operation. So now need to get these telemetry messages out. And for some reason, although we logged OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio and everything should be fine, but something went wrong at the other end. He didn't get our Roger 7.3 or whatever. So he decides to send out his grid again to get a confirmation. So he will, OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio will now, in a few seconds, send his grid again to you or to me.
Message to me from Oscar Zulu 9 Alpha Alpha Romeo.
So in this case, the line pops up again because that this setting was not enabled. Do not insert into calling me again. And as OZ9 Alpha Alpha Radio, he sent me his grid again. He pops up again in the calling me list, but this time we can see that we already logged him. So somehow he did not get our our 7.3 or something went wrong. At least we know he sent us an R7.3, but something went wrong, so he needs to get another confirmation from us. So in this case, I'll just let it play again. So we double click the line and we go up and send him a Roger 7.3 again. And this was there. So this was digipeated and everything is nice, but his line will still stay in CallingMe because, you know, in order to remove it, we could lock him again, but that would be not optimal. I mean, then we locked him twice. But we want to get rid of the line anyway, because we think that now he got the message. So in that case, you just click on the line and you just press the delete button on your keyboard.
Message to me from Uniform Alpha 6 Fox Zulu.
And sorry, yeah, let me go a bit back. It just pops up and say, are you sure you want to remove the selected line from the CallingMe list? And in this case, I said okay. And at the same time,
Uniform Alpha 6 Fox
Zulu is also calling us. And there's nothing special about that. I mean, he calls me. I double click the line. I send Roger 7.3 to him.
Message to me from Uniform Alpha 6 Fox Zulu.
And let's see if we get a digipeat. We did not. Send it again. Yeah, that's the way Greencube is. You never know when you get a digipeat. Anyway, it should come in a few seconds. There we have it. And again, you saw the send 7.3 is checkmarked now because we have a digipeated a 7.3 message to that station, and this is also a case where you see that UA6 Fox Zulu is sending 6-digit grids. So now we have 6-digit grids and so on. That, you know, when I talked about that before, I recommend only to send 4 letters and generally make your messages as short as possible at all, because every extra character you put into your messages takes up bandwidth, and somebody else could maybe make a QSO with the station if you didn't write your name or country or whatever extra information you put there, especially on busy passes. It's a good idea to try and restrict the amount of data you send. In this case, as I said, US6 Fox Zulu, we sent him a R7.3, and if we are lucky, we maybe get an R7.3 from
Message
him also.
To me from Uniform Alpha 6 Fox Zulu. Message to me from Uniform.
And in that case, sorry, that was a bit too quick. In that case, you saw that the R7.3 got a check mark. And
Fox
click
Zulu.
on the line, right click and lock
Message
him.
to me from Uniform Alpha 6 Fox Zulu.
So he is also now locked, and that's basically it. So that's how the CallingMe list works now. I think it's an improvement to previous versions, and it will give you a bigger or better overview of what's going on and who you have locked already, and how far along you are in which station sent you a 7.3s and which stations you have sent 7.3s to. So it gives you a good overview, especially if you have 10 or 20 callers at the same time you need to handle. And when talking about many callers, also notice that you can use a multi-call, where you can select multiple lines and send the same message to multiple call signs in one single message. But it's out of, it's not in the scope of this video, but there are other videos I made that explains the multi-call. But yeah, it gives you a good, nice overview, and I hope that will make it easier for popular stations, news stations, or rovers, etc. That's it. Enjoy Greencube and enjoy Terminal, and see you on the bird. Bye-bye.